Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and much peace and blessing to all you sons of Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying unto the elect. It's going to be a quick lesson going into this right here. This image that our brother shared in the chat. Okay. The beloved elder, Shamar Moth, but it's in the chat. It's not over until I win. Okay. And this is a very motivational / inspirational image right here with short words, but it packs a mighty punch when you really internalize this and you really get this. If this really speaks to you, you understand that this is the mindset that is going to take in order to win, in order to secure our most desired goal, which is obtaining salvation, making it onto the fathership with Yahweh Shai and the rest of the 144,000 to ultimately be a part of the 144,000. That is our chief goal, our chief desire. And we can't obtain that. That goal cannot be accomplished without this mindset right here. Okay, as you see, as you can read it, it's not over until I win. It's not over until I win. And you see the image of the lion. Okay, which the image or the imagery of the lion is a very powerful imagery. You know, the scriptures speak about, asking the beasts and they shall teach thee. All right, the Lord created all the different animals with a nature, with a separate nature, an individual nature. All the beasts have their own nature according to their kind, and they act differently, they behave differently. Okay, even amongst the same kinds, you have dogs, but you have within dogs, within the species of dog, or what they call canine, whatever, they have different kinds of dogs, and even different kinds of dogs act different. Even different kinds of dogs have different natures. Some dogs are more aggressive. Some dogs are more easily to train and to discipline. Some dogs are harder to discipline, right? But then you have the lion, which is a cat, and cats have a different nature than that of dogs. And even in the cat world, you have the lion, which has a different nature than that of a jaguar or a typical house cat. Right? The lion is known as what? The king of the jungle. When the lion comes around, all the other animals, no matter what animal it is, it bows down. It gives respect. The lion maintains a high level of authority and order within his pride. Just the sight of a lion, the imagery of it, this, putting it in with these words can stimulate that drive in you, that innate drive that's already in you, that the Lord put in us. Lord willing, we be of the elect. This mindset is given to us Because again, you without this mindset, you're not going to make it. Okay? And ultimately, if you're not of the elect, of course it's going to be over and you're not going to win. But if you are of the elect, you're going to win. When it's over, you're going to win. So as of right now, no matter what you're going through, it's not over. Of course it's not over. We still have certain prophecies that need to take place. Jacob's trouble hasn't even begun yet. We have yet to make it towards the real and true turning point. Okay? But we're in a fight right now. We're in the fight right now, training and we're fighting different battles and gathering victories, taking some L's here and there, but you continuously fight. And when you take a L, you may take a L, you may lose a certain battle. That's how it is in wars. Okay? Wars occur for years, take place for many years a lot of time. And you have several battles within the war. And the ultimate victor of the war can lose several battles throughout the process of the war and still come out as the ultimate victor of the war, of the final battle. So we have yet to come to our final battle. So it's not over. But without the mindset of I'm going to win the final battle, when it's all said and done, I'm going to win. Without that, without having your mind made that way, you're not going to win. You're not going to win the fight going into the fight doubting. If you're going into the fight doubting, you're already lost. Okay? As brothers been speaking on the three holy children, right? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which I know that's their slave names. I can't tell you all the real names, right? I know you have Azariah, Mishael, I believe, and I forget the other. But when you read in the book of Daniel, right, before Nebuchadnezzar gave the order for them to be put into the fiery furnace for not worshiping the image, worshiping that idol that Nebuchadnezzar set up, that false god. It said they told Nebuchadnezzar, we have, first of all, we have no care in answering thee in this matter. We're not going to worship your image. Do what you got to do, basically. Put us in the fire. If the Lord deliver us, he deliver us. If he don't, he don't. But we not worshiping that image, though. So do what you got to do. And it said they went into the fire praising the Lord. When you read in the book of the three holy children, in the Apocrypha, it tells you how they went into the fire praising the Lord. It tell you they was in the fire praising the Lord, as the Lord sent his angel to keep the fire from them in the midst of the fire. So their mindset, they already had the winning mindset before they went into the fire. Before they went in the fire, they already knew, their fight ultimately was not with Nebuchadnezzar. Their problem was with the Lord. They knew they were being put in that position because of their own sins. That's why we were under the Babylonians in the first place. That's why we went into captivity. So the hell we had to catch there was all due to our sins as a nation. So they understood the bigger picture. They understood that the ultimate victory, the ultimate win was winning the favor and love of the Lord by refusing that to worship that image and maintaining their faith, keeping their faith, keeping their integrity. That's the real battle. That's the real fight. And they had their mind made that they were going to keep it until the end, and they did. And the Lord delivered them out of that situation. Which, Lord willing, that's going to be us. That's the three holy children are a picture of the elect. What they went through is a foreshadowing of the elect. Lord willing, we be of the elect. Esau's going to come down with his unrighteous decrees. He's going to set up these laws to where you forced to worship his religion, to accept his philosophy, and to ultimately accept that mark, that charagma, the M to the O to the T to the B. Revelation 13 and 16, you already know. So that's why it's written in Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. Okay? Be thou faithful unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life. Be thou faithful unto death. But you may not have to die, but you may have to die. Keep the faith. That's what the three holy children did. And they got a crown of life waiting for them. They ain't got it yet, but it's waiting for them. It got their name on it. It's for them, stamp. All they gotta do is patiently wait. Okay, so it's brothers right now that are of the elect, of the 144,000. Your crown waiting for you. All you gotta do is patiently endure. All you gotta do is keep this mindset right here. It ain't over until I win. A righteous man falls 7 times and get it back up, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. A wicked gonna say it's over before it's even over. It ain't even fucking over, but you saying it's over. You got the mindset that it's over. You're not gonna win with that mindset. You're not. You know what I'm saying? Because even you got, because your mind controls the body, right? So once your mind is firmly made on something, your body's gonna follow. You know what I mean? You go into a fight with a mindset of I'ma win this fight no matter what. The punches ain't gonna feel the same versus you going into the fight with a mindset, I don't know, I might not win this one. You go into the ring with a fight, the same punch. It could be the same punch, right? Same person taking the punch, same person throwing the punch. Same force, same everything. Only thing difference is in one case, the person went into the fight, knowing he gonna win, versus another one going in the fight doubting. That same punch could have a different effect. That same punch, the person that get in the fight knowing that he gonna win, it may wake him up. It may knock him down. But he gonna get back up. Because his body is gonna say, even if he dazed, even if he out of it, his body, that happens all the time. Boxers, they be dazed, they get knocked down, they get dazed out of it, but that muscle memory, their body just take over and forces them to get back up. And then they get up and then they take a few seconds, and then they come back. But the fact is they got back up before the time went up. Before the time went out, before the countdown. Versus the other person, he went in the ring, doubting, he get knocked down, but his mind is already, his mind wasn't firm on winning. So when he get knocked down, that mind ain't gonna kick in, get back up. He just gonna get knocked out. He's just gonna stay down, and the ref gonna count, and it's gonna be over. You see? And the Lord just gave me that analogy right now. I think that's a pretty good analogy. So that's how it is in this truth. You have a mindset. If your mind is fixed, matter of fact, let's get that. My heart is fixed. It's in Psalms 57:5. Be thou exalted, O power, above the heavens. Let thy glory be above all the earth. They have prepared a net. They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed down. They have digged a pit before me, into the midst whereof they are fallen themselves. Okay? So that's what's happening right now. Our enemies are preparing a trap for us. The high-level elite are preparing to ensnare the whole world, which they already have the world caught in their web, but they want to squeeze it much, much tighter and spread their net much more broader. And they have a lot of people they want to get rid of, and we're very high up on that list. Okay? And they're preparing to take us out, to take out our families. This thing is real, man. And the Lord told us to count the cost. We came in this thing knowing this was ultimately was what was going to happen. So if you in this truth and you doubting and you afraid, you didn't come in right. You didn't come in the right way. You didn't really count the cost. You know what I'm saying? When you came into this truth, it's supposed to be Israelite 101. That when you find out you're Israelite, especially, you start teaching the word and proclaiming the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, you supposed to know already, day one, you public enemy number one. That's supposed to be Israelite 101. You on the red list. So however many years you've been around and you see the enemy surround, you see the moves he's getting ready to make, you see these different laws and bills being proposed, right? And you getting weary. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? I really don't know what to tell you, because you know, that's something that should have been on your mind the whole time. That's something that you should have been preparing yourself for this whole time. Not Israelite party, not burgers and fringes, not Israelite rap videos. I don't know what to tell you, bro. That's why Yahweh Shai spoke of the parable of the wise and the foolish virgins, right? When the bridegroom came and the wise virgin, they brought extra oil with them. They didn't just bring a lamp with the oil inside. They brought extra oil just in case the oil ran out, because you don't know what time the bridegroom gonna come. So you don't know how much oil you're gonna bring. You see? So they went to the wedding with a prepared mind. They actually thought about it, actually counted the cost. They actually thought about what it would take to endure until the bridegroom came. The foolish version, they just all I need is a lamp. Shit, let me get my lamp and go. No, goofy. No, idiot. You just gonna bring the lamp, the oil that's in the lamp. What if it run out before you get there? See, they wasn't thinking ahead, meaning they didn't really count the cost, meaning they were proud. Those foolish virgins. And then what? When their oil went out, they asked the wise virgin to give them some. And when the wise virgin said, nay, lest there be not enough for me and thee. Meaning, if I give you some, then what I brought was just enough for me. I didn't bring I thought to bring extra oil for myself. I didn't think to bring extra oil for somebody else. That's a personal problem. I don't know what to tell you. Go to the sellers and buy. Figure it out. Okay? Continuing on, verse 7. Psalms 57:7. My heart is fixed. O God, my heart is fixed. I will sing and give praise. Okay, verse 7, it says, In the NLT, it says, "My heart is confident in you, O God. My heart is confident. No wonder I can sing your praises." You see that? No wonder I can sing your praises. No wonder we can do this. No wonder we can pray. No wonder we can call upon the Lord. No wonder we can do these videos. No wonder we can have faith for real. No wonder we can see the sword being sharpened to come right for our neck, to come right for our family neck. To no wonder I can sing praises going into a fiery furnace. That's so hot. The people that put me in the furnace got burnt and died. They fell into the own trap. But I'm singing in praise and giving praise to the Lord though. No wonder I can do that. Oh, because my heart is fixed. My mind is confident. My mind is programmed to follow the Lord and praise the Lord no matter what. Oh, okay. Self-programming. Esau understands that the mind is something that can be programmed. That's why he has MK Ultra program. That's why he spends billions of dollars on different ways of controlling the mind control. In all different kinds of ways. Because he understands the power behind it. So if Esau knows that he can control and program other people's minds to his advantage and his purpose, that means that you can do the same thing with your own brain. You could program your own mind to work in a certain way for certain things. You know how Esau got these different entertainers and celebrities on fucking MK Ultra. You got trigger words. They handlers say a certain word, they start glitching and doing shit, right? Or they see certain things, the programming kick in, and they do and say certain things. They show you that in the movie Zoolander, Ben Stiller, right? Even with damn models and whatnot, right? Well, a brother that's in the truth program, according to the Spirit of the Lord, you may see a bird flying in the sky. And now you're thinking about a scripture. Now you're thinking about the Lord, Or you see a olive tree, or you see a rainbow, right? Certain things. Salakia. Or you might see 144 somewhere. Those are righteous triggers. You hear a scripture, you hear somebody say something, say a certain word. Those, there could be righteous triggers, righteous trigger words. And you program yourself, well, when I see this, that the Lord is telling me this. When I see that, the Lord, that's something for you to program yourself according to the Spirit of the Lord. That's we do these things to keep our minds fixed on the Lord, to keep our minds stayed on Him. That's how we stay in perfect peace. Right? So I end off with this. This is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, as we see. Right? I just watched a video by a brother put up, I believe an elder, I forget from where, but he did a video on this Jake. First is one Jake, 20-year-old Jake, I think it was in Philly, got smoked, put to death, right? And they had a funeral for the nigga at the church, of course, right? But you gotta have, that's how they do it. You gotta go to these churches to have funerals and shit. Showing you these churches are set up with the government, but you had couple wild bulls caught in the net, pulled up on the funeral and aired that bitch out. It had a 80-year-old grandmother, got shot 13 times, so they had to switch. If for one person to get hit 13 times, they said 6 people got hit, 6-7 people got hit. And this happened in 2022 or 2023, but I believe they just did the sentencing, so it's back in the news. And all type of shit is happening every day, man. It's getting worse and worse. Showing you we are at the end. It's clear we at the end. This can't go on. This life can't go on the way it's going. If there is life the way it's going now, has to make a drastic turn, a total 180, or it's over. We all gonna die. Period. Okay. And that's not even going into what Esau's doing. That's just what low-level people, the way they treat themselves, the way our people treat each other. You know, just the way our people have been raised, the way these Gen Z, Gen A people behave. You know, Esau did a number on us. That's just, you know, if Esau stopped everything he doing right now, all his wickedness, his NWO agenda, this shit he already did so much damage. This shit can't go on. And he has a lot more in store to do. So the Lord gotta step in. Period. Okay, verse 13. And it's the key point. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? So, again, it's not over until I win. You see that? But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So, if you endure unto the end, if you fight unto the end, you win. Simple as that. If you fight until the end, you win. And in order to fight until the end, you have to make up your mind right now that you're going to fight until the end, no matter what. If you can program your mind, if you can righteously do a righteous MK Ultra on yourself through the Spirit of the Lord, of course you got to pray for the Lord to give you that mindset, first and foremost. But you got to want that mindset. You got to pray for it. You got to actively, you know, as the scriptures say, Romans 12:1, be not conformed to this world, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's something you have to work out. Of course, that's the Lord. The Lord is the one that's actually doing it behind the scenes, you know, through the angels, through your subconscious mind, right? Through your sleeping and waking cycles. Right? He's actually controlling your mind, but you have to desire it. You have to put in the petitions and supplications to the Lord to actually do it. You got to actually, and then you got to actually put it on and keep it on. Okay? Take it off, wash it, put it back on. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to say in this lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. With that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Until the next one, Shalom.